All right, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, the house of David. Real quick lesson, in light of everything that's going on, and the backlash that is receiving is you got a lot of these tough guys, a lot of these guys, who were once amongst us, putting, their opinion and mind you, these are the same guys who received, mass help, used brothers and fucked over brothers, but now they're all a part of a cause to come up against us. But the thing that happened in Atlanta, as the scriptures say, offenses must come, but woe unto him by whom that offense, is brought by, so you're gonna have these offenses, but it's one thing I wanted to cut. You got a lot of these guys talking about what I wouldn't have did, or what if I was there it would have been different, or if I shoulda, woulda, coulda. The bottom line is what happened with those brothers in Atlanta, happened because it was written to happen that way. Everything that we're living out is predestined now. These are the same guys that'll say, if I was Peter, I wouldn't have denied Yahushai. Or if I was here, I wouldn't have did this. Or if I was back there, I wouldn't have went off and rebelled against, the Most High. When you read the scriptures, they can easily say that. But if they were there, they would do exactly what, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai predestined them to do. And that's the bottom line. You could say what you wouldn't have done or what you would have done, but the bottom line, your ass is going to do what is written for your ass to do. I wouldn't be a scoffer. But if the Lord wrote it in my story that I would, rebel, and the same men that I'm giving double honors to today, next week, I'm speaking against them and everything that they teach. If that's written, in my story, I can sit here and say all day, I'm not going to do no shit like that. I wouldn't. But if the Lord wrote that, then, hey, then that's going to happen. His will be done. Lord willing, that's not the case. But it's just an example to use in how these guys really aren't spiritual. And any moment they can use to push carnality and have a sort of moral victory and say this and this and that, they're gonna take it, man. But these guys aren't in the spirit. Various things that happened to various of our forefathers that we would all say, well, I wouldn't have took that, or I wouldn't have put up with that, or I wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't have did that. But the bottom line is we have this story today because it was written for our forefathers to go through these things and have these experiences just as we are going through these experiences. So I'm going to start off here with Proverbs 16 and 9. It's basic things. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directed his steps. So you can have your mind prepared to be a particular way or do a particular thing. Peter didn't think that he would ever deny Yahushai, but the Yahushai told him he was going to deny him. Why? Because it was written for him to deny him, which is far worse than some of these experiences that we're having in mishaps, okay? So, these guys are shitting on brothers who in their sincerity, might have been simple, but hey, we are the simple, man. We're learning this thing on the fly. We're not tough guys. We don't claim to have it all. We don't claim to have all of the tools necessary. But if we are those men, because we're still learning. We're babes. And if you don't look at yourself as a babe, you're not gonna make it. Now, within this whole thing that I'm saying, if we are those men, we're blameless. We have no guile. We're faultless. But within our flesh, there's going to be particular things that happen, man. It's just true, It's just the bottom line, And the elect, the 144,000, do have the 100% truth according to the scriptures, This is Proverbs 16 and 1. The preparations of the heart of man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Proverbs 19 and 21, there are many devices in a man's heart or in his mind. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand. All right. Even these judgments that are going out all over the world, they're all predestined. Somebody get hit by a car, the Lord, all right, he sealed the instruction in that person to be particularly where that car would be. All right. And the car hit his ass, and he had the driver of that car to be in that particular place. It's all set up. It's all preordained. It's all predestined. So these things that we're going through are all predestined, man. Proverbs 20 and 24, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right. So there's particular things that are happening. All of these things that are happening are all predestined. That's the point. So you could easily sit here and say, I wouldn't have did this. I wouldn't have did that. But hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua wrote it for brothers to be in particular positions, man. It just is what it is, man. All right, verse 30 in Proverbs 21 and 30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord, man. And you guys think that you have one, man. All right. Isaiah 46 and 10 says, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So here's the cut. Here's the point. You know, the end is declared from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. So it was already written for those brothers in Atlanta to go through that. So it could easily be said, I wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't have did that. But if it was written in your members, there's nothing you can do, man. All right. Now those brothers have an experience. They've learned. You know, now certain things happen, they'll be able to attack it head on and deal with it before it goes to the level that it went. Same with me. Same with all of the brothers, man, and the experiences, man. This is what these experiences are for us to grow. You know, so brothers, don't feel shame, or don't let these scoffers, you know, have you feeling like, you know, you stupid, this and this and that. It's all according to the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. So we can go to our forefathers doing some damnable things, man. But men who were of the elect. The house, look at David, man, whose house we are, if we are those men. He committed 3 sins, man. Folly, you know. Lord willing, we get the mercies of David, man. These guys are unmerciful. They're wicked. They're not about the Father's business. They're not pushing the prophecies, man. They're just here to entertain these niggerlights, man. And a lot of them, like I said, were amongst us. And what did they do when they were amongst us? They used brothers. They got help. Was on brothers' couches, you know, while their wives were there, you know, sitting there not helping, you know, and much, much more, man. You know, the bottom line is these things got to happen, man. You know, even the scoffers, they were predestined. All right. Natural brute beasts made to be taken. All right. This is Jeremiah 10 and 23. It says, O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in a man that walketh to direct his steps. It's not in a man. A man, you don't direct your steps. All right, we're all put in these positions because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua put us in these positions, man. All right, and as it says in Sirach, all right, Sirach, it tells you that wisdom will try you, man, and walk with you by crooked ways, meaning you're gonna go through particular things, all right, and man, you're gonna look stupid to the world. You know, you're gonna have particular faults. You're gonna have particular simplicity. All of these things happen because we're sheep. You know, sheeps are vulnerable, man. Worms, you know, vulnerable, man. You know, but don't let these experiences stop you from doing what Yahweh Shai said that you should do, and that's love your neighbor, your brother as yourself, man. You know, but discern things. Watch. The scriptures do also say to watch your friends, man. Take heed of your friends, because it can be someone who's a friend for their own occasion. So this is all growing pains, and we're becoming we're going through the fire. You know, we're being tried, and this is the refinement process. All right, so there's particular things that are going to happen. You're going to have faults. You know, when you're addressed with these faults, brothers, it's not your turn to defend yourself. Look, take it. You know, sometimes you may not fully understand, but the best thing to do is when brothers are coming to you with follies that you have is just be quiet, accept it, apologize, say I didn't know. Even if you don't think you were wrong, you know, we can all sit here and reason and defend ourselves, as the scriptures say. All right, matter of fact, let me get it real quick, and then we'll get out of here. I think that's how it's worded. It's Proverbs 18 and 17. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just. So he that is first in his own cause, you quick to defend yourself. You know, which sometimes you do have to defend yourself, but a lot of times you just need to STFU, shut the freak up, man. Shut your ass up. Take the rebuke. Do better, man. So he that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him. See that? The lot causeth contentions to cease, and parted between the mighty. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle, you know? So, hey, man, you know, when these things happen amongst the body, man, the best thing to do in these times, you know, hey, pray for brothers, you know, address these issues, but go into these issues with the mind frame of trying to get past it, you know? But there's a lot of people who just don't belong. So there's a lot of people who are going to have to be cast out. There's judgments that's going to have to be made, but because the judgment starts here, you know, we're in training to be judges of the earth. So how much more we got to handle these affairs amongst the body? You know, we can't let things slide. You know, this is why the Lord is doing this. You know, so I just wanted to bring that out. You know, you're going to have these guys just talk. And sometimes it's going to get to you, man. You know, but at the end of the day, they have to be there. And look at their videos. They ain't talking about the building of the house of David. They ain't going into the prophecies. You know, they're just looking at you, you know, because your glory is their story. You know, they're just waiting for you to fall so they can have a story or get some views and get paid off of the people clicking on them talking about you. We're not here for that, man. We're here to do the Father's business. All right. And hopefully you brothers have a better understanding. These things happen because they were predestined to happen. Anyone could say, you know, I bet you ask any of these guys, would you deny Yahushua? Would you have denied Yahushua? All right. When he was being bound at the time of the Passover, Matthew 26, you would have said no. I think Matthew 26, Matthew 27, they say no, right? Of course they say no. But guess what? They would have if it was written from the foundation of the earth for them to do it. So these things happen because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua want them to happen. We're only living out the word that is already written. Hey, hopefully y'all were edified through the Spirit. It's a lot going on, man. Hey, just continue to stay in the Spirit, continue to fight, continue to pray, continue to do the things necessary to receive salvation, man, because it's not a game out here. It's getting crazy. All praise. Hey, how you doing? Hold up. Eve, boy. Yeah. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.